On today's episode of Honest Coaching Conversations with Misa, I want to talk to you about friendships. I know the term friend has been tossed around very loosely these days. However, I want to take the time to help you understand that friendships come at different levels. And although we use the word friend loosely, everyone in your life is not really your friend. So let's take a look at the definition of the word friend. It is described as a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. Friend can also be defined as a person who is not an enemy. And due to the more recent growth of social media, the dictionary has taken the time to add the definition of friend by saying a contact associated with a social networking website. Wow. Now, before the more recent development of the definition of the word friend, many would understand it as a person in which you have a mutual bond and not an enemy. Friendship is defined as a state of mutual trust and support between allies, or a relationship of mutual affection between people. With this being the case, when you want to identify friends, you should think to yourself, can I trust and support this person? And does this person trust and support me? If yes, then you all are friends. If no, then you are actually something else. So let's consider the variations of friendship. I like to think of friendship variations as labeled buckets in which people are placed or grouped until they prove worthy of a promotion in my life. Yes, I said it. The people in which you meet and interact with get promoted as you all have experiences together. Everyone that you meet and say hello to on a semi regular basis should not automatically get the title of friend. The three words that I like to use when labeling my friend zone buckets are associates, one, comrades, two, and confidants, three. Now let me explain. Beginning with associate. An associate is defined as a partner or colleague in business or at work, a limited relationship. Therefore, when we think of associates, we can say that a person will have many associates in his or her lifetime due to our work or profession. Associates are familiar on a first name, hi and bye basis. You tend to have a common connection with associates due to work or career activities, and maybe even due to a place that you frequent regularly. Occasionally, an associate with which you have a connection elevates beyond just a hello or casual conversation to that of an actual planned gathering outside of your normal professional connection. This is when you may plan to meet a coworker for lunch or go to the gym together beyond the project that you are partnered with them to complete because you all work together and get to know one another over time, so therefore your relationship elevates. In my opinion, the beginning of most friendships start as associates, since we spend much of our time within our work and or careers. So then the second level or bucket of friendship I call comrades. A comrade is defined as a companion who shares one's activities or is a fellow member of an organization. This is a bit different from an associate because a comrade is a person to which you know through an activity or organization. However, outside of that activity, you probably wouldn't never have connected or considered connecting with this person. Comrades are different than associates in simply that associates start with a work or professional relationship, whereas comrades start with an activity or organizational relationship. This is something seen when parenting groups or even causes get together. What brings these people together are their shared activities, and oftentimes they grow to be enlightened by knowing someone different yet similar to themselves. Just like with an associate, this relationship can grow over time and become more of a friendship. A person will have many comrades in their lifetime, but there will typically be a few less comrades than there are the many associates. After we have grown to know our associates and comrades, we test them as friends. Whether you realize it or not, you are testing your friendships constantly, either consciously or subconsciously. You learn over time to which extent you can trust and depend on them. If you are truly honest with yourself, you will know who is trustworthy long before you need to trust them. We connect with people based upon our common values and seasons within our life. So you may seek to have friends that are more alike you than someone who chooses friends who are vastly different than they. For me personally, friendship is less about what the person chooses to do with their life, but more about their core values. If you were to gather all of the people in one room with whom I consider to be a friend, they don't appear to have anything in common, actually. They are of all different ages, genders, cultures, and professions. Many live in different parts of the world. Yet the one thing that all of my friends have in common is that they are genuinely good people who are grounded in a belief in the common good of others. I'll talk more about this at another time. So, lastly, beyond comrade and associate buckets, there is the confidant bucket, which the word confidant has been defined as a person with whom one shares a secret or private matter, trusting them not to repeat it to others. I'll say that again. A confidant is a person with whom one shares a secret or private matter, trusting them not to repeat it to others. This is the most rare find. And quite honestly, many people may only find one confidant in their lifetime. This isn't to say that we only desire to have one confidant. It is to say that rarely will a person be able to live up to the expectation of a confidant. If you are lucky enough to find and experience more than one confidant in your lifetime, then you should consider yourself truly blessed. Outside of a professional that you pay to uphold a confidentiality agreement of some sort, a confidant will be with you to hear the most intimate and private details of your life while supporting you selflessly in those moments. No matter what happens as a result of you all's relationship, their confidant status is irrevocable. Confidants are proven trustworthy over time, and you all typically reciprocate in this type of relationship or friendship to one another. It is rare, it is invaluable, and I would suggest that you cherish and protect it. I want you to consider this discussion for your existing relationships and for the new relationships that you are yet to develop. Know that a person coming into your life is not automatically declared a friend, because with this truth, you can eliminate a lot of letdown and frustration. So consider it. When you meet someone new, place them in the appropriate bucket in your mind to be able to remain clear of you all's boundaries. And by buckets, I mean associates, comrades, friends, and confidants. Never demand more of a relationship than what someone mutually wants to give. And everyone is not your quote unquote friend, and very few will ever become as trustworthy as a confidant. Your expectations of people should match the bucket with which you place them in. In other words, if you choose to confide in an associate with your deepest, most intimate details of your life, do not be surprised if they have no reason to guard that information. It's just as silly as you walking up to a random person in the produce department of a grocery store, claiming them as a spouse, and beginning a whole discussion, and you don't even know their name. They have not proven to be your spouse, nor do they have a desire to reciprocate that kind of relationship with you. So why would you expect not to get hurt when they look at you crazy and walk away? I mean, they may even call the security. My point is, our friendships, relationships come at various levels and with time. We promote people as time goes on and we grow to trust them. If our expectations match that of the type of relationship we have, whether it be associates, comrades, friends, and confidants, then so much of the pressure that we place on ourselves can be removed as well. We will be okay with having friends or relationships at different levels. We will be okay with one confidant and many associates. We will be honest with ourselves and know who to call for what situation. We will give promotions to the people in our life when proven and accepted. So consider your relationships, bucket them accordingly, and become the type of friend that you'd like to have when the opportunity presents itself. I want you to believe in yourself and all that you are. Love yourself above all else, and to thine own self always be true. Until next time.